Okay, we're just going to go over the rules of deriving trig functions, specifically sine and cos x. So if our function is equal to sine x, the derivative of our function is cos x. Don't worry about proving it. We're just going to stick to knowing the rule. If our function is cos x, the derivative of it is negative sine x. Okay. If our function is sine to some function representing x, then the derivative of it is cos of the original multiplied by the derivative of the function inside. And the same idea goes for cos. If our function is cos with some function inside, we have the derivative of it being sine of the original, so negative sine of the original multiplied by the derivative of the function. So, whoops. That being said, cos 3. This relates to the third one we did, where we had cos of g at x. Okay? So this is a function with inside. So we know the derivative of cos is negative sine. So we're going to keep the original. The derivative of this function is our cos 3x. Nothing changes there. Multiplied by the derivative of the function inside. The derivative of 3x is just 3. So our derivative is 3 cos 3x. In our second example, we have a product rule. X times sine x. Oh yes, I completely forgot sine. Whoops, thank you. I kept the original. I really kept the original. Negative sine becomes negative 3 sine of 3x. In our second one, we have sine x times x. For product rule, we'll derive the first part of it, so f prime. This becomes the value of 1 times sine x. Plus, we keep the original x, and the derivative of sine is our cos x. So we end up with sine x plus x times cos x. Okay? We have our values, and this is essentially a derivative. Whether we want to simplify it farther or not, we can leave it as this. If we have a value to plug in, we can plug it directly into this. Second one, we'll talk about the difference of the derivative of sine x squared and sine squared x. First off, this plays right into our original rule of derivative of sine. This is a function within, so we know that the derivative of this is equal to what we started with, new cos x squared, multiplied by the derivative of what's inside, and the derivative of that is 2x. So our function is 2x times cos x squared. Okay. Our second one, we're going to simplify this or change the way it looks to make it look more like a chain rule. So this is actually as a function equal to sine x squared. Okay. From here we can apply our rules a little easier. F prime x, we'll use our chain rule. We bring our 2 down, we still have sine x inside to the power of 1. And then we derive what's inside. The derivative of sine x is our cos x. Okay. And this is acceptable from where we are. We may be able to multiply sine cos 2, maybe use some double angle rules and find something that would be simpler to look at, but this is the derivative. This is what we need to know.